Good afternoon. I am Debbie McKeever, founder and owner of Strong and Healthy Temple, a virtual holistic health and wellness coaching practice, serving clients worldwide, where we focus on helping people to transform their lives by shifting their mindsets. It is a very, very beautiful and lovely day today. It's a cross between fall and summer. It's about 80 degrees, so it is absolutely perfect. I just not too long ago got out of my my yoga sessions, so I'm in a very good frame of mind. So I thought it would be a perfect time to record, and it's probably a good thing because this is actually my second time through recording. Not because I was trying to get it perfect, because I don't really care about that, but because halfway through recording the video, the meter man, who only comes about once a year, my meter is out back to check the meter. He came halfway through me recording, and he was very apologetic, and it was just a trip. But anyway, I guess it was a test of my own mindset to see if I how I was gonna if I was gonna overreact or or just act out of wisdom. So I decided to act out of wisdom and say no worries, and I just have to record again. So here I am recording again. But anyway, I wanted to talk today about how your mind can play tricks on you. And I was inspired to do this video because of something that I posted on social media at the beginning of the week, just talking about how you can create a better reality for yourself just by controlling your thoughts, and how much power you have just in your thought life. And that can be for good or for bad, and obviously you can create a better reality for yourself when you learn how to invest properly in your thought life, and invest properly in what you participate in and what you take into your to your mind, to your eye gates, and your ear gates. And I had used as an example the controversial Houston rap trio Ghetto Boys, and they had recorded a song back in the 90s, back when I was a teenager, called Mind Playing Tricks on Me. And the song has explicit lyrics, very vulgar, but it makes a very great point of how our minds can be easily influenced by habits or external sources, and just the importance of learning how to control what you allow into your mind and into your thought life. And the video really gives just a very great visual. And what I was going to do, I was going to post the link to the video, to this video, but I couldn't find the clean version. But I did find the clean version of the song, because just listening to the song, it makes a very great point. So I am going to post the link to the audio version of it in this video, and you can go out and Google them or look them up on YouTube, because it's great also to watch the video just to see that visual of it. And it's GETO, Ghetto Boys, and the members of that group were Scarface, Willy D, and the late Bushwick Bill. He passed away a few years ago from cancer. But anyway, in that video, Scarface and Willy D were both portraying drug dealers, and they were both plagued by paranoia. And Bushwick Bill was portraying someone who was addicted to drugs. So as a result of his drug addiction and his drug use, he was plagued and tormented by different illusions that he was having. But anyway, it starts out with Scarface, and he is imagining this man that has been watching him and following him around. The guy's like stalking and looking into his window and things like that. So he's all paranoid and sleeping with his gun, got his finger on the trigger, ready to blow this man away, who's been stalking him. And as it turns out, it was just some woman that lived down the block from him. And so it was all in his head. It was all in his mind. His mind was playing tricks on him because he was paranoid because of because of his illegal profession. And same thing with Willy D. He was talking about, he was a very unscrupulous drug dealer. He was doing, all kinds of dirty things. Like, for instance, instead of selling this one guy cocaine, he actually sold him gold medal flour, and he had shot someone, and he was just bragging about all these bad things that he had done, as a drug dealer. And as a result of that, he was very paranoid and thought that the people that he was doing all these bad things to were trying to take revenge out on him. So he had been imagining these men following him around, and he thought that these were the men that were out to get him. Well, as it turns out, the people that were following him around, it was either like 3 old women or 3 old people, but I know they were elderly people that were in the car that he kept seeing. So it really wasn't anybody trying to get revenge. It was just his mind playing tricks on him because he was paranoid. And then Bushwick Bill wrapped the song up. Like I said, he was addicted to drugs, and so at the end of the song and at the end of the video, it was Halloween, and Halloween had fallen on a weekend that particular year, and he and the other members of Ghetto Boys had gone trick-or-treating, and they were robbing the kids, for their bags of candy and stuff. And in the video, he's all dancing around and flapping his legs, and he's all proud of himself for stealing all their bags and their pumpkins with the candy in it. And within that, some guy is also stalking and following him around, but is saying that this isn't just some ordinary guy. This guy's like a giant. He's standing like 7 feet tall, and it's the same guy that he had been seeing in his dreams. And so they decided to jump the guy, and they were beating the guy up, and you can see Bushwick Bill beating the guy to a pulp. Well, as it turns out, he had imagined the entire day. He had imagined everything. It wasn't Halloween, it wasn't October, it wasn't even close to October or Halloween. So he had imagined all that. So the trick-or-treating and all that stuff had never taken place. And this guy that he thought that he was beaten to a pulp was actually the pavement. So he was beating his fist against the pavement. So his fists were a bloody mess. So at the end of the video, if you look it up on YouTube and watch it, you'll see the ambulance taking him away at the end. And again, this was the result of his mind being tormented because he was on drugs. And it's the same thing for us, and it doesn't have to be anything as deep as being a drug dealer or any other kind of illegal profession, or being addicted to drugs or alcohol. Our minds can be plagued and tormented by any kind of external source or bad habit. And I'll just use some everyday examples of things that can plague our minds. I mean, it could be things as simple as bad television program, watching too much television, spending too much time on social media, and although there are a lot of beneficial things about social media, the benefits of networking and advertising your business, and connecting with the right people, but also the downside to that is connecting yourself with the wrong people, or participating in too much junk and garbage and trashy posts and things like that. It's like I said at the beginning, and like it says in scripture, you have to guard your eye gate and your ear gates, and be careful what you're investing in. And investing is not just about money. Investing is about what you invest your time in, what you're looking at, what you're listening to. And it's important because those things that you put in your mind can torment you. It's like when you watch a scary movie and then you end up having a nightmare. I remember watching The Exorcist when I was a little girl, and it was giving me like nightmares. Even as an adult, if I watch it by myself, I'll still have like these paranoid things that'll happen to me if I watch that movie by myself. So you have to be careful what you what you watch and what you listen to. And so our drugs, so to speak, or things that we become addicted to, can plague our minds. So we want to make sure that we're listening to fruitful things and looking at fruitful things, and not spending a whole lot of time in junking things. Not that it's not okay to do things that you find fun and amusing. I like to look at amusing videos from TikTok and all that kinds of stuff, but you don't want to spend you don't want to invest all of your time in that, because you're either spending or investing. And spending is when you're basically squandering and wasting, just like it is with money. Same thing with your mind. If you're squandering and wasting time on things, then that's spending. And then if you're investing in something fruitful, then you get a good return. So if you're investing your mind and your thought life properly, then you get a good return in your life, and you live your best life and your blessed life. And so I just thought that that particular song and that video was just gives us a really good visual of how our minds can go in the wrong direction if we're feeding it the wrong things. And so anyway, that's a wrap. Want to keep it brief as always. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the video. Hit the bell icon to receive notifications, and that way you'll know when I'm posting new videos like this. Please share the videos with your network. I would greatly appreciate it, and I appreciate you watching. Make it a fantastic day.